All right, hello. I am coming back in the Path of Exile 1, but I'm doing it in the form of like a standard type of playthrough where I'm not really focused too much on the actual league mechanics. And I'm doing it slowly but surely because I'm also playing a handful of other games, and I just wanted to give some little bit of an update to it. It's been a few days since I've ran it, since I've been focusing on some other things that I plan on making a video about, and it's slowly building up, so it's slowly taking some time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I assume pretty much anybody that's has been recommended this video or who has like seen my channel knows enough about Path of Exile to know that it's an ARPG. You run around, you kill things, you do missions, you get gear, you get EXP, you make yourself stronger, and then you just rinse and repeat while like learning new mechanics about the game and working towards like a better end game for yourself. But I decided to go the standard route because about a league, maybe 2 leagues ago, there was that problem where like the richest person in the game ended up getting their account banned, and I guess had side accounts, and those side accounts were buying out all of the most expensive things in the store, and the stuff in the store ended up being overinflated because everybody was getting paid, since everybody was like putting out stuff and changing the price of everything so that they could get even more money, and it just became this all-out issue that was just, from what I could understand, not really fun for anybody. There was all this extra drama, and then this talk of like the Discord server closing, and then new people taking over the server, and all these other things that just seem to be a problem. And I'm not entirely sure what all was happening to be absolutely sure. I just got a general gist of things that were happening at the time, and I figured, hey, you know what? I'm done playing Path of Exile, right? A trade league became a little bit of, well, just super toxic, right? I on average, I wasn't doing any of like the farming material to get my hands on divines anyway, right? So the chances of me getting my hands on divines once all of that stuff started happening was significantly less, and I just decided that I did not want to keep partaking in it. Actually, around that time, I stopped playing Path of Exile for a while. I was burnt out of it and having to deal with that because a lot of the builds that I actually wanted to use and play required that you needed specific items, and unless you were just playing for hours and hours on end and hoping that you would get it before the league ends, chances are you just weren't going to get it. Or if you did, you probably would have been burnt out spending all that time trying to get your hands on an item that would have been meant for another character, for another build, because your original character wasn't the character that you thought you would end up wanting to play in a league later on, and blah, 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 blah. So, because of all of this, I just decided that I was going to get out of Trade League and that I would run Standard. And I told my friend who was actively playing with me occasionally that I was running Standard, and I think for a moment that friend, as well as a handful of other friends, wanted to join in, and we would all have this kind of standard run. But eventually people just stopped tagging along, stopped focusing on it, and it was just me who was having a standard run. And I took a break from it, stopped playing, went to play a myriad of different games, and some of those games I have made some videos on, but there's plenty of other games that I just hadn't. And so, yeah, this would be the process of that. I forget exactly what build it was that I was aiming for, but I figured I don't really play, I believe the class is called the Shadow, kind of like the Assassin. I believe I don't really play that build, or that character, I should say, often enough. So I figured I would follow some build that was centered around leveling and make my way through the game from that point. In Standard League, figure out more of the game's mechanics, climb my way through maps, and learn about crafting and farming and all this other stuff so I could better utilize it if I ever decided to actually run a league, because there's supposed to be like some new league or side league that's coming in like 3 or 4 days, But that just hasn't really been happening. I've been, like I said, focused on some other games. I've had my attention focused elsewhere, and I just wanted to give a heads up on what it was that I was doing now that I feel like I'm pretty caught up on majority of the videos that I could be posting or had been wanting to post. So yeah, I think that's it. Outside of posting like videos in terms of gameplay, 9 times out of 10, you'll probably start getting more videos of just me yapping again, like I used to. I am uploading a little bit more game based videos to my actual gaming channel. And then I am working towards uploading some other videos to a few other channels. So if you do hang around, if you do keep your eye on little things that I do, then you'll probably see that around. But if not, it's okay. I'm just, putting out content at the end of the day. And I guess that's all that really matters. So with that being said, bye. Ha, 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 I'm not crazy. See ya. Yeah, I guess if there's anybody that does play Standard League or wanted to get into Standard League, if you got any tips or just feedback or anything extra that you wanted to talk about, I mean, I'm all ears to just read over it. But yeah, I suppose that's it. Bye.